Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch, California edition, January 2nd. Taking a look at the infrared satellite imagery here, you can see Washington, Oregon, California. Systems continue to impact the west coast of North America, but the storm everybody's talking about here is northwest of the Hawaiian Islands now in its initial stages of development. It's going to move towards the Oregon, California coastline and develop into a very strong low pressure system here. It's going to drop by more than 24 millibars in a 24-hour period, giving it the classification of bomb cyclone. It's not a term meant to scare you. It's an actual scientific descriptor of a system that undergoes rapid cyclogenesis. So then it's going to cast a powerful cold front and atmospheric river across the state of California. Big winds, big waves, big mountain snows. A lot of precipitation will occur with this. So jumping right into things here, you can see the windy map and kind of showing you the initial stages. Kind of just still a little baby out here. It's going to turn into a raging monster here off the coastline here, bringing strong winds all the way across the west coast of North America. Now taking a look here, Sacramento National Weather Service, Wednesday through Thursday, main impacts will occur there, moderate to heavy precipitation, and always check the National Weather Service in your local area for up-to-date impacts. You can see there's potential high impacts with this storm. There's going to be some flooding across the area. There's going to be some surprises you probably did not foresee as the storm approaches here on Wednesday through Thursday. So have a heads up for the storm. It's going to be a very strong one. This is all the way down to San Diego, California, talking about the storm system as the cold front sags south mainly on the day Thursday. Widespread moderate to heavy precipitation. Strong winds may impact the entire region. So heads up and check your local forecast offices. This is looking at the Pacific Ocean. There's the Hawaiian Islands, Washington, Oregon, California, way over here. Put that into motion. You can just see this jet stream dominating the Pacific Ocean here, very strong. And you can see the kink in the jet stream at 39,000 feet, 200 millibars here, forming this deep low pressure system off the coast of California. And that's what's going to bring that very powerful storm to California. This jet stream is going to remain active too, and we're going to remain active on through the 10-day period here for much of the California region. Now taking a look here, this is precipitable water, and you've heard the term atmospheric river, and you can see these are what we call atmospheric rivers here. Now, this isn't a term meant to scare you either. This is just something that meteorologists tell each other to give a description on the amount of precipitable water in the atmosphere. And it has to meet certain criteria based on duration and strength of the actual atmospheric river. So here goes the big system here, and you can see all the moisture it's going to bring up north of it all the way across California up into Oregon there. And you can see that frontal system drive down the state shown here all the way down through Southern California, all the way into Baja California, down there into Mexico as well. Taking a little bit closer look, excuse me, and we'll go ahead and speed ahead a little bit quicker here, and you can see the huge cyclone here developing off the west coast of North America here, casting this powerful cold front all the way down. Just a great visualization here, so I thought I'd play it again for you. As you can see, this moves up towards Vancouver Island as we go through the day Thursday. Now the low pressure system here, and you can see the rapid development, just a 1001 millibar low here by 03Z on Tuesday. So this is about 7 p.m. Pacific time on Monday night. So as we go on into 0Z of Tuesday afternoon, you can see how much it's developed by. It's dropped more than 24 millibars. That's what gives it that bomb cyclone classification here. It doesn't mean anything else. It's just the rate at which a system deepens by. Do not be afraid of that term. So you can see the system set out here. Look at this 957 millibar low. It's going to really bring that atmospheric river in with some vigor here across the California region here. Some intense precipitation rates are going to occur along the coastline, and some big winds as well as some waves. We'll look at those maps here in a moment. Now taking a look here, this is individual member mean sea level pressure ensemble, the European run. You can see how it's just a weak system here as we go on in through tonight, and then but by the time we get on into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, great model agreement on the placement of this storm here in a very deep low, somewhere right around 960 millibars, potentially even lower in some of these ensemble runs shown by the red lines in here. And this is what we call a spaghetti plot, but you can see the great agreement here as you go out towards hour 54 on the European ensemble runs here. These are made up of 50 different ensemble runs, and each of their initial conditions are perturbed or changed a little bit to try to correct for the errors that we may have in our initial forecasting. So ensembles are a very good tool for forecasting here. Now, taking a look here, you can see again, I just wanted to show this low pressure system develop here, but this is ensemble mean minimum member. So you can actually see one of the ensembles has this being a 940 millibar low. That's getting towards record low territory out here across the Pacific Ocean here. So a very deep low pressure system here. It's going to impact California. So total precipitation in inches. We're going on in through Wednesday morning now. Here comes the storm. Look at this precipitation come down across the area here. And you can see it get all the way down towards Southern California here, up over an inch, all the way down towards San Diego. Big precipitation amounts across the Sierra Nevada. And we've already been dealing with a lot of precipitation across the state here. So this is just going to exacerbate flooding. And a lot of this is going to come really rapidly and in a short period. And I'll show you that here on the next slide. This is being 6-hour precipitation amounts. So here comes the storm here in the powerful cold front. And look at some of these values here along the coastline, up over 2 inches in a 6-hour period. And a lot of these are widespread 1 inch plus amounts. You know, you're not used to it down here across California. This is going to equal landslides and some pretty severe flooding across the region, and even down towards the central coast, south of the Bay Area, getting down towards Southern California here as well, towards, you know, the Los Angeles Southland area. Some big precipitation totals in 6 hours, folks. This is really going to cause some big problems. So heads up. Tell a friend, you know, pay attention to the National Weather Service, your local offices out there, because this storm is coming and it's going to be a doozy. This is excessive rainfall outlook here. This is day 3. The day 4 experimental does bring this slight risk all the way down through Southern California as well. They have some pretty strong wording out there too for the hydraulic outlook there across San Francisco, California. They're talking about the atmospheric river arriving, big precipitation amounts. Some areas seeing 8 to 10 inches with this atmospheric river. Saturated soils already in place in the recent rain, so you're going to get some big flooding across the area, mudslides, and especially over recent wildfire burn areas. So heads up, folks, it's on its way. 10-meter max wind gusts. Look at this system come down the coast. Some of these areas towards the Bay Area getting up over 60 miles per hour. Some severe winds rolling across the area here all the way down towards Southern California. Some wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour can be expected. 60 plus Central California northward here. As you can see, the higher terrain getting its share also. And some of the valley areas gusting towards 50 miles per hour as well. This is the ensemble for San Francisco here. So you can see each individual member 1 through 50 here. Then there's a control run done at a lower resolution versus the deterministic. But so basically you have 50 runs here, and you can see the good agreement and the amount of precipitation that San Francisco International Airport is going to get. You can see that's going to start there on the day Wednesday here, and really all the ensemble members, even though they're changed in their initial conditions, all agree on this extreme nature of this precipitation coming for the Bay Area as we go through the day Wednesday. This is San Francisco. Look at some of these winds. The ensemble mean is well up into the mid-50s here. Some gusts over 60 miles per hour possible here for the Bay Area. So heads up, big winds as well as big precipitation. This is going to be a storm you're going to remember for a long time here across portions of California. Now, this is just looking out a 90-hour period here. Some huge amounts across the Sierra Nevada, maybe some for the higher peaks down there across Southern California as well. The Siskiyous getting on the action. Some of Nevada getting some nice snowfall as well. But the Sierra Nevada is really going to be targeted here as far as snowfall amounts. Now, this is looking at wave height. You can see Washington, Oregon, California here are the Hawaiian Islands. I put this into motion here, and you can clearly see this storm, just an intense wave maker. Look at some of these maximum wave heights. If you can't see it down there in the bottom right, 92 feet. Maximum individual wave height, just some ridiculous waves out there. Calms down a bit by the time it gets to the coastline, but you can still see there's some waves up over 60 feet in this as that really impacts Central California north through Washington, Vancouver Island, and slides all the way down through Southern California. So big wave maker as well. Possible beach erosion, try to keep in touch with your local authorities down there, National Weather Service, as far as localized forecast up and down the coastline. 6 to 10 day, you can see the bullseye for California here. This goes January 7th through 11th. 8 to 14 days, still bullseye here for some above average precipitation for California. 3 to 4 weeks, this could continue. Maybe it'll continue to build up the reservoirs there in California and end up being a good thing. I just worry about the rate at which this rainfall is going to come on the day Wednesday and Thursday here. It looks like it's going to cause some flooding. So hopefully I'm wrong there, but it looks like a pretty potent system here rolling into California. But yeah, thanks to all my new members. I got a lot of subscribers yesterday, probably from the California video I put out there. But yeah, stick around, and whenever California gets active weather events, I will do these special videos for them. I know that sometimes the weather can be kind of boring and tranquil down there, but otherwise I will be doing California and Hawaii at times, and even other parts of the country when things get active and if things slow down here across Pacific Northwest. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. We will do this again tomorrow. We'll watch the storm develop on the satellite imagery, and we'll update the forecast here for the California area. So I will talk to you guys then.